like to introduce Randy Collins of Hully Gully. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Good.
Thank you for inviting us to see this magnificent facility you have here. Maybe you can tell us a bit about what you have to offer here.
Well, thanks. It's a pleasure to have you here, especially when you're over 55. I feel at home. I guess we call it the ultimate toy store, and because we do have a lot of toys for people, and I think it's really important to know that when you're over 55, it's likely a good time to start if you haven't did it. We deal with a lot of people here, whether it's in bikes or boats or ATVs or snowmobiles or anything else, and some people used to do it, and when they got older and had a family, then they couldn't do it, and then they're back into it again. So lots of stuff to have lots of fun with.
Right. Now you said that's something you said earlier, that people might have done it when they were younger, then had a family, and I guess there was just the economics of raising a family. Now the family has moved out, maybe a little more disposable income, so they come here and do a little shopping?
Yeah, they do the shopping and get rejuvenated. It is, it just does. I think as I think our youngest son said to many people when I come from the car stores, which used to be Saturn down here, and where's RC at? And he said, well, he's down at Hully Gully. He thinks he's 21 again. So and that was said many times. So it really does. It is when you're having fun like this, and it takes some physical involvement and all that stuff, but it definitely is a rejuvenating. It is for me anyway.
Right, and I guess
it hasn't brought my hair back though.
Mine either. I guess another thing is if somebody's stayed out of the business for a while, or the fun of boating or cycling or whatever it might be, coming back here, it's got to be a big change because of technology's changed in 10 years, but most 30 years got to be enormous for people.
Yeah, big change. Years ago the guys would maybe would do all their own bike fixing and stuff like now with electronics this, electronic that. So I guess that really helps us with the over 55 crowd because we are a full service facility. Right. So no matter what it is, whether it's a tune-up or whether it's storing it or anything else, then we take care of all that, and it makes easy to have fun.
Good. And you give seminars to help them?
Yeah, we do. We do a seminar at least once a month, whether it's with bikes or boats or ATVs or snowmobiles. We've got it coming up here shortly as we have our Hit the Trails coming up for the snowmobile side of things. But we do those things where our whole team gets involved, and we start with usually a barbecue or something like that. But we get into going through the different aspects of it. Safety's a big part of what we do too. Everything that we sell, it's fun because it moves, and it moves quickly. So you need to understand that. So we want to make sure we're in balance with that. So not only is it fun to know about, but it's also important to know the safety aspects of it.
Yeah, people like speed. I think that's one of the draws, being able to be freewheeling, whether you're in a boat or a snow vehicle or any kind of vehicle. It gives us that freedom, and I think that's the beauty of it. And I know we seem to be following the 401, and then we get into something else and we can go to our own way. So I'm walking around the store. It's amazing. You've got so many items. How many customers do you see a year roughly that come through here? Any idea?
Oh, I guess likely about. It depends on the time of year.
Right.
This time of year, likely about 500 a week, and likely in the summertime, it's pretty close to double that.
Wow, so you have a good customer base.
Good, yeah, we have extremely great customers. And people come to us both walking in and then by the internet. And our website this time of year gets about 800 individual guests a day, and about 1,000 in the summertime. So there's quite a bit of interaction, not only in the store but also online. So it's kind of fun. So you get so much feedback. You see, it really tells you where you're at.
What about people that never boated or never motorcycled or never? Do they come in here? Is there a class? Can you show them how to I might want to hop on a big bike, but I've never ridden a bike before. So how do I start? I don't want to go there and wipe out in the park a lot.
Yeah, well, what we do is we have a small track next door at the Ultimate Marine, and we have a first-time riders course there. Okay. And we run that the second Saturday of each month in the spring and summer months. So we will put through that on a Saturday. Anywhere between 35 and think the most we had was 92 people in one day.
Wow.
Now this isn't like a fan shot course,
Right.
but it does let people know, hey, can I do this or can I? And the age group on that runs from anywhere from about 12 to 75.
Wow.
So people can get in. The same thing with boating. We run our May Day here, our May Day course here, the first of May each year, and it's much the same. And then where we do that in here in the store and go over all the different aspects of boating from one end to the other. And then we actually go up to Wildwood and do it on the water too.
So I mean, it's not only just going and buying, like they give you, you buy a car, you drive out of the lot, and you're done. Here you get a little bit of training, you can get probably as much as you want, and that must help with the sale. Because to me, I'd be nervous about stepping into a boat like this and saying, where do I start? Or even a snow vehicle. I mean, they can go like stink, those things, and you have to know the safety part of it, your limitations, I guess, as well. So that's pretty good.
And it's really key, you know, because safety is a big part of it. Having fun's a big part of it. But also, you know, I think I mentioned to you early, every Friday night in the summertime, we have an ice cream ride here. So a lot of first-time riders congregate out back. The ICBA runs an ice cream ride every Friday night. So, and most of those are new people that haven't ridden before. So whether it's bikes or whether it's boats, and there is a lot of entry. Most first-time riders or first-time people, they kind of feel comfortable here, I guess, because we identify with them.
Thank you for inviting us into your fantastic toy store for big toys, and really appreciate spending the time to talk to Over 55. Thank you, Randy. I think that's really interesting. It's not that it's just a boy and a woman's toy store for adults, but there's a lot of aspects that we discussed that were on safety, and that was important. Randy is not just trying to sell a vehicle to make a sale. He wants to make sure that when you leave that showroom, that you're safe and comfortable on that piece of equipment, whether it's a snowmobile or a motorcycle or a boat. So that he stressed that very strong with me, that safety is a big aspect, and I think that's appreciated. And I got that from the interview with him. It was enjoyable seeing all those great products out there. We looked at some bikes, and I couldn't believe some of the trade-in bikes he had were very, very affordable. And I don't know if many people go over on that side of the showroom and see it, but I was amazed at the low cost of some vehicles. So it was a good interview. I liked being there. I hope to go back again, as long as my wife's not watching this particular segment. And I think the cameraman that was with me, he might be sneaking back himself, so we won't tell his spouse about that. So I thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Over 55.